Valerie. Everybody in the back. Nice to have you here. Let's get started by meeting our first guest. He believes that he has some advice for women in relationships. Now, he's been married and divorced 4 times, so he's got some advice for someone, I'm sure. He says that his 4th wife had a tendency for violence. Please welcome Andy Pitcher. Well, 4 times out of the slot. I don't know. Any idea why all of these didn't work?
Well, I think I got married for all the wrong reasons. None of them had anything to do with love. I got married the first time because I was lonely, and one was on a bounce back from something else, and it just wasn't the right thing.
What's the longest that any of these marriages lasted?
About 7 years.
And what's the shortest?
4 months.
Well, what's the advice you have for everybody? Maybe that's the better question.
Well, I found that over the years that dating people, that when you first date people, they're always looking nice and they're very congenial and easy to get along with. And after they get to know you after a while, you know, the rollers come into the hair, you know, and the pot belly starts hanging out. And so it's not very nice. And I think
Nothing
that goes
worse
for
than a woman with rollers and a pot belly.
Right, yeah. Well, I think that works for men and women, you know. Yeah, so you know,
I know it does. Let's take a look at the women that Andy had to choose from this time. Don't forget, you're going to pick the woman that you think's best for him. Here we go. First, Valerie. She says that she's often mistaken for Barbara Eden. Now, for the last 4 years, she's earned a living as a professional clown. She was married for 26 years. She's been divorced for 1.5 years. And here are some of Valerie's thoughts on being single again. She does look kind of like Barbara Eden, doesn't she?
It's so different now, and it's kind of scary. It's like I'm growing up all of a sudden. 47 years old, and I'm growing up. I think I'm doing a pretty good job of it, and I'm stumbling a little bit along the way, but I think I'm starting to get it.
Next, Terry. In addition to her regular job, she's a master sergeant in the Army Reserves. She's also a full-time business student. Now, she was married for 1 year, 23 years ago. And she often goes to clubs to meet men. She describes what happens once she establishes eye contact.
After I contact their eyes, I get up so they can see that I also have a nice body. And once he takes a look at my body, then usually they come over and talk to me.
All right. Finally, Judy's a strict vegetarian, but she's willing to cook meat and potatoes for the men that she dates. Recently placed personal ads, and over 50 men responded. We asked Judy how she feels about facial hair on a man. Here's what she said.
I guess it adds an air of sophistication. That's what I like about it, you know. It reminds me of an artist or a writer or a professor.
Isn't that interesting how people feel about facial hair? I've had all kinds of, you know, I think it's fascinating. Okay, those are the 3 women Andy had to choose from. Time for you to vote. Now, who do you think you would send him out with? We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to meet the woman that Andy selected. Hear everything that happened on their date. We'll do it. 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Be right back at you. All right, we're back. Andy's going to tell us who he selected.
I selected Valerie.
Haven't seen each other since their date. We always do both sides. Say hello to Valerie Vegh. Hi, Valerie.
Hi.
Is your last name really Vegh?
Yeah, like you would vaguely remember me.
Yeah. Now, you said that you were a professional clown. Did you go down to Florida to that, is it Ringling Brothers or something like that?
Yeah, Ringling. No, I was in La Crosse, Wisconsin at the university there at clown camp. And I went for 3 years in a row and ended up with a certificate.
So you graduated from college,
school.
clown college. Yeah.
Well, it's clown camp. It's not really,
okay. Well, I guess camp would be more apropos, I suppose, in college. But it's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Make yourself at home back there. We'll get down to business. Andy's going to tell me about the date.
Well, I had to think about how to date a clown because I've never done this before.
Well, first thing that went through my mind.
Well, I wanted to make it interesting. I mean, you know, because obviously, you know, this is just not one of the run-of-the-mill type of things. So what I decided to do was get dressed up in a tuxedo and make my face up as a mime.
As a mime?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, now what? Tell me what happened.
So, well, I made my face up and as a mime, all whited out my face and everything. And
so it's Marcel Marceau coming to pick her up.
yeah, basically. So I wrote down on some cards, you know, I wrote down on one card, "Hi, Valerie, I'm Andy the Mime." And I took this card and I taped it on one side of these flowers that I bought for her. And on the other side, I wrote another card that said, "Watch out for the thorns," because there were thorns on the flowers. Oh. So I taped that on it, drove up to Valerie's house, and knocked on the door. Valerie came to the door. I stuck the flowers in her face so she could see the sign, you know, it says, "Hi, Valerie, I'm Andy the Mime." And she started laughing. So I switched it around and said, "Watch out for the thorns." And so she just kept on laughing.
So this worked?
Yeah.
What did you think?
I thought it was great. I thought it was hysterical. The first thing I said to him was, "I still don't know what you look like, and aren't you going to talk? Am I going to do all the talking on this date?"
And did he respond?
Yeah, he wrote a little note and said that there's a legend that if you kiss a mime on the cheek, that he can talk. And so I did.
There's a legend? There's a legend that if you kick a mime? Oh, that's very funny. Not bad, I have to admit. Yeah. So now, did he take off his makeup and come in and...
We went back to his place, and he went in the other room and took his makeup off. And
were there any other legends mentioned there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
But,
so you get the... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I finally got to see what he looked like, and he was very handsome, and he looked good. He looked a lot younger than his age.
Yeah. What did you think when you saw her?
I was very impressed. I've been in love with Barbara Eden for years, and Valerie does. She looks a lot like Barbara.
I agree with you.
Very much so. Yeah. Got a great figure. Doesn't look her age at all.
Now, where do you go?
Well, we went to dinner and had a very nice time holding hands and stuff. We talked a lot. Found we had a lot of things in common. I took her country western dancing for an hour or so, and it was cheek to cheek. I enjoyed it. I was very happy with it. Yeah. Took her home, gave her a peck on the mouth, and went home.
Tell me about that, Valerie.
Well, we had a very nice hug and nice little kiss, and would have been nice to have a little longer.
Been nice to have a little longer?
Longer kiss. Yeah. It was very nice. We had a really nice time.
You guys had a great day.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, let's take a look and see the audience pick for you. Everybody loves a clown. Valerie, 51%. You want to ask her out again, we'll pay for it.
Valerie, would you like to go out again?
Did you hear him okay, Valerie?
Yeah.
Would you like to go
No, I
out
didn't
again?
hear what he said.
He asked if you'd like to go out again.
Yes, I would.
Come on out, Valerie. Have a seat. Well, it's a nice date.
Yeah,
nice date. Yeah,
yes.
a clown and a mime. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Stay in touch and let us know how you're doing.
Okay.
All right, we're going to come right back with another couple. Stay with us.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, what?